How many times have you been in a situation that something happened to you and afterwards you said, oh, they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. Or, oh, they didn't mean to, when someone says, you know, they were not nice to you. Oh, they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. They didn't mean to. Or have you accidentally hurt somebody before, like maybe in a car accident? And that's why it's called an accident, right? And you go, well, they didn't mean to. Well, just because someone didn't mean to cause you harm, or mean to hurt you, or mean to cause damage, doesn't mean that it isn't true, that damage didn't occur and that harm didn't occur. I mean, if you're in a car accident, it's called an accident. Chances are there was damage to the car. But what about your soul? What about your soul? When we're growing up, so many times people will say things and then they'll say it in jest, and they are doing it as a jab, as a poke at you to kind of hurt you maybe, but maybe not, but it left a mark that you've carried your whole life. I've had a number of things and some people, they think it's funny. They think it's funny to pick on people, to call them names, and then they just blow it off. Well, I didn't mean it. I was just playing. It was just a prank. It was just trying to have some fun. Well, those kind of things hurt people. Not everybody. Some people, that's their personality and they just go with that and they think everything's funny. But other people, it's like the wrong word at the exact wrong time can cause so much damage that lasts a lifetime if untended to. And I wanted to share some things with you out of two little books. My book, Emerging with Wings, and The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. And in my book, it's in the chapter called Puzzle Pieces, where I go through various things I learned in my life and how I learned them and the value of them for others. And this little section is called No Malice Does Not Equal No Harm. And I say, this is a difficult puzzle piece to find. Some of the things that happened to me, I see malice, like my first grade teacher, bully number 3, the mob that met me at school, and the spirit behind those religious leaders. Those stories are earlier in the book in Emerging with Wings. But the others, I do not see or ascribe malice or an intention of harm, like my parents, other family members, teachers, or pastors. They're people. People make mistakes, so I would tend to negate and invalidate the negative effect I could not wrap my head around. If it wasn't intentional, then it couldn't harm, right? Wrong. Maybe hurt, but not harm. Even considering the hurt, I had difficulty with it as I tended to place all the blame on myself as a child. But talking with my counselor, she told me it's not all black or all white. There is gray. People are not all bad or all good. People can change. Like my mom and I became friends. And then I watched this episode of Hoarders Buried Alive. The woman had 2 sons and was in danger of being taken away by Child Protective Services. They were preteen, early teen age. Her house was disgustingly unsanitary, unhealthy, and dangerous. There was electrical stuff around, all kinds of stuff that was dangerous for fire. Her lack of self-value and untrue beliefs were ginormous and very obvious. She did not see that she was harming her sons. It was clear that she believed she loved them. They believed she loved them also and loved her. Yet they were showing signs of harm. She had no malice, yet harm was quite evident. Help is what changed the story. Someone entered her pain, and she got better and was able to keep her kids, who also got help. And that's my big point with that, is you have to get help. If harm is going on, there has to be help that is gotten. And a child doesn't know to get this help. So what I do is I help people get help now. But I even want to share this little spot, this little thing out of The Body Keeps the Score, because if you are going through what he's talking about in here as a parent or grandparent, or you know someone who is, please share this with them so they can get help so that their children won't be harmed. Or they'll be harmed less, maybe, whatever. I mean, because it's across the spectrum, because everyone's different. Children have all different sensitivities. There's very strong, resilient ones that are very stoic, and ones that are very sensitive. And they're all different, and they're all beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with any of them. It's just how they process. We're all different. And so this little section here in The Body Keeps the Score, in the chapter on getting on the same wavelength. He starts with, children who don't feel safe in infancy have trouble regulating their moods and emotions responses as they grow older. And he's talking about attachment theory here, the attachment styles. And he's specifically talking about the one called disorganized here. And he talks about abuse and stuff, but then he goes on, he's going past that, because that's where I'm getting into the no malice does not equal no harm. Abuse, there's malice in there somewhere. I don't know, but maybe even not, because the parents are just so broken themselves. But parental abuse is not the only cause of disorganized attachment. Parents who are preoccupied with their own trauma, such as domestic abuse, which is not the one being abused's fault, rape, or the recent death of a parent or sibling, may also be too emotionally unstable and inconsistent to offer much comfort and protection. While all parents need all the help they can get to help raise secure children, traumatized parents in particular need help to be attuned to their children's needs. And I know that was the case in my life. My parents had suffered trauma. My dad lost his sister when he was 29, lost his mom when he was 31, and then 2 months before he got married, he lost his dad. That's a lot of loss. And my mom, she lost her mom 2 months before she lost her husband. I lost my dad. There was a lot of death going on, and that affects people. You can't just sweep it under the rug. People need help. And so I wanted to share that. If you need this book, get The Body Keeps the Score, or get my book, Emerging with Wings. If you want help from me, I do coaching, I have courses, or get help, get counseling, whatever it is that you need, or share this with someone who you know needs help and encourage them to get the help that they need. Because I love you, and I want you to share it because you love them, because love heals. I'm that lady on the internet who loves you, Danielle Burnock from DanielleBurnock.com, and I will keep doing this all the time, over and over and over again, because you matter, and your pain matters, and you being able to thrive matters, and I want to help you get there. I healed from so many things, and now I'm working on stopping saying the word so many times. I'm starting to laugh at myself with that, but we can heal if we'll get the help, if we'll dare to get the help and reach out to me, reach out to a counselor, reach out somewhere, but get the help you need, because you matter. And so until next time, I'm Danielle Burnock from DanielleBurnock.com. Love yourself from Survive to Thrive, that lady on the internet who loves you. Mwah.